Słuchasz podcastu Angielski z Konradem. Nowe odcinki każdego tygodnia. Jeśli chcesz popracować nad płynnością, nabrać odwagi do konwersacji, skorygować często popełniane błędy bądź poznać skuteczne metody nauki, ta audycja jest dla Ciebie. Remember, you're not at school, so chill out, kick back and enjoy yourself. Let's begin. Witaj w kolejnym odcinku. Zanim zaczniemy, pozwól, że pokrótce przypomnę, jak możesz wykorzystać mój podcast. Jeżeli czujesz się pewnie ze swoim angielskim, wystarczy, że przesłuchasz audycji. Dla tych z Was, którzy potrzebują odrobiny pomocy, pamiętajcie o notatkach do odcinka. Zatrzymuj podcast, przejrzyj notatki, w razie potrzeby powtórz nagranie. Zapisz się do newslettera za pośrednictwem strony angielskiskonradem.pl, by otrzymać natychmiastowy dostęp do notatek z tego i wszystkich poprzednich odcinków. Dostaniesz również powiadomienia o nowych odcinkach. Jeżeli masz pytania, uwagi bądź sugestie, skontaktuj się ze mną za pośrednictwem adresu angielskiskonradem@gmail.com bądź za pośrednictwem fanpage'a Angielski z Konradem na Facebooku. Switching to English. Greetings! Welcome to another episode of Angielski z Konradem. I hope you are well, ready and willing to learn. Enjoy the show. No vocabulary section this time, since we're dealing with vocabulary exclusively. So let's dig in. Would you like to know English but couldn't be bothered to learn the language? Are you too lazy to learn English the traditional way? In that case, this episode is for you. What if I told you that you already know some English without learning the language itself? That sounds pretty absurd, doesn't it? Enter cognates. Cognates are words which are identical or very similar in spelling, pronunciation, and or meaning across a range of languages. Let's take the word festival, for example. The only difference between the English word and its Polish equivalent is the letter V. The meaning is exactly the same. When you hear it in a foreign language, you immediately recognize it. The connection between words is the strongest within a particular language family. For example, German and English belong to the same language family. They have the same roots. As such, you will find more cognates between those two languages than, let's say, between English and Polish. It's worth knowing when you are about to pick your second foreign language to learn. So, basically, you aren't learning new words per se, but rather make certain connections between words in different languages. Not only that, you know the word in not one, not two, but usually in several languages. Okay, what follows is a list of most common cognates between Polish and English. I'm going to divide them between nouns, verbs, and adjectives. 10 examples for each category. Keep in mind that there's a truckload of words which are cognates. A lot more than 30. Let's look at them, shall we? Let's start with nouns. So, for example, the English word grill, meaning barbecue, is the same as grill. Weekend is the same as weekend. Stress is the same as Polish stres. Test is the same as test. Ambulance is very similar to the word ambulance. Opinion is very similar to the word opinia. Verdict. We've got a Polish word verdict, meaning the same. Dentist, dentysta. Opera, opera. Document, document. All right, next are adjectives. Popular is the same in meaning and very similar in spelling to popularny. Extreme, ekstremalny. Normal, normalny. Positive or negative, We've got the equivalent in Polish: pozytywny, negatywny, nervous, nerwowy, natural, naturalny, active, aktywny, ideal, idealny, systematic, systematyczny, rational or irrational is the same as racjonalny, nieracjonalny. All right, verbs. Attack is the same as atakować. Continue is the same as kontynuować. Contact, kontaktować się. Plan, planować. Comment, komentować. Control, kontrolować. Offer, oferować. Flirt, flirtować. Promote, promować. Import or export, importować, eksportować. One point of interest here, be mindful of false cognates. False cognates. These are words that appear similar in different languages, but mean something different. For example, the word rope in English. It doesn't mean the same as the Polish ropa. One is a piece of thread used to tie things together. The other, the Polish one, ropa, is a liquid used to produce petrol or nasty stuff that oozes out of infected wounds. Another splendid example is the word hey. It sounds a bit like Polish greeting, hey, doesn't it? Okay, it's more about spelling here, right? H-A-Y, hey. It doesn't mean the same as hey. That's where the similarities end, as they mean two different things. Hay, H-A-Y, is something a horse eats, or a cow, among other farm animals. So be mindful of that when writing. Okay, let me give you a list of false cognates. We're going to do it like this. I'm going to give you the English word, then its translation, then the word in Polish, which is a false cognate of the English word, and its translation to English. Okay, so you don't confuse one with the other. Okay, let's start. Actually. Actually. When you say actually, you mean właściwie. So it's not the same as aktualnie. Aktualnie in English would mean currently. Next word is audition. Audition in English means przesłuchanie, na przykład aktora. It's not the same as the Polish audycja. Audycja is a radio show. All right, next false cognate, brat. B-R-A-T. In Polish, it means szczeniak, szczyl. It's about rude, naughty kids. It's very impolite to call a kid brat. So it's spelled the same and it looks the same as the Polish word brat, which in English means brother. Okay, next, eventually. This one is confused very often. Eventually, ostatecznie, w końcu. This is the Polish meaning of the English word eventually. Ewentualnie, Polish ewentualnie means maybe, perhaps, so on. Our next false cognate is consistency. Consistency. Translated to Polish, it means konsekwentne działanie. It's not the same as Polish konsystencja. Its English equivalent would be texture. Texture of food, texture of materials such as cement and so on. Another false cognate is ordinary. Ordinary. Translated to Polish, it means zwyczajny. It's not the same as the Polish word ordynarny. Ordynarny, translated to English, means rude or offensive. Our next false cognate is paragon. Paragon. Translated to Polish, it means wzór do naśladowania. It's not the same as Polish paragon, which would be translated to receipt. Okay, next one, post. Post. In Polish, it means poczta. It's not the same as post, which means too fast, to limit your diet, for example, before some religious events. Okay, next false cognate is frequency. In Polish, it would mean częstotliwość. It's not the same as Polish frekwencja, which we would translate to attendance. Frequency, when we mean frequency, we mean physical quantity, right? Like radio frequency, hertz, kilohertz, so on and so forth. All right, final false cognate is list. List in Polish would be translated to lista. It's not the same as the Polish word list, which would be translated to letter. All right, that's it for today's episode. Be sure to follow me on Spotify. It really helps me reach more people with my content. If you have a question, an idea, or you just want to say hi, contact me at my email address angielskiskonradem@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.